Good day, everybody, and welcome to the Ammunation. I'm your host, Craig Bragg. With me, as always, is the inglorious Irving Twin. Welcome, Irving. How are you, sir?
Thanks. Welcome back. I'm living the dream. How are you? How was your trip?
Oh, it was good. It was good. I'm having trouble with Rumble. Is it possible the stream was ended, or deleted destination? Let's just see if I can do something there. Well, if we
Doesn't
don't get the
matter.
Rumble, if we don't get the Rumble going, then so be it. But
It doesn't matter because Rumble sucks. Jeremy McKenzie, who got debanked, and then his girlfriend or wife or whatever also got debanked.
no, I did not know that.
Yeah. Well, guess what? Every time she tries to say something about it on Rumble, they take the video down. So
You're
fuck
kidding.
Rumble.
All right, well, fuck Rumble then. Anyway, if it goes live on Rumble, it goes live on Rumble. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's live on Twitter and live on YouTube. Sorry, I am snacking on s'mores trail mix. I'm oh,
Oh, it's a mukbang. It's a mukbang.
it's a mukbang. Sorry, folks. The wife and I'll just remove it. There we go. Remove Rumble. Folks, welcome. Thank you for your patience getting this started tonight. I was under the impression it was going to be casual AF because I was away last Saturday. My hair is a mess. I was away last Saturday, and I figured you weren't going to do one, but it turns out you did do one. How did that go?
Yeah, it went. Had Six and Terry come on, and
Oh, nice.
we just shot the shit, talked about video games, and
That's cool.
yeah, because I don't expect them to be super up on Canadian politics. So it was truly a casual AF.
Did you play any games?
I did actually. Yeah,
What
it's
did you
like
play?
it's Warhammer 3. It's all pretty. There's even some really cool settings for screen sharing when you're running like a video game
Yeah.
on StreamYard is pretty neat. I was pretty pleased
Okay,
with
I'm
how
gonna
that
have to check it
works.
out at a later date. I've been away for a week, folks. I was in the Kawarthas. I was in Peterborough, or outside of Peterborough, in a little community called Harcourt, just on the banks of Stony Lake. I was there relaxing for a week, indulging in some illicit substances, imbibing
I
some
heard.
alcohol, and just relaxing. And sadly, not working out. And I don't think I even made step. I think I made steps like twice the entire week. But
No
I'm back
trail
at it.
hiking, eh?
Well, the problem is that it's deer fly country, and I had one of those net
Mm.
hats. But even still, like if you stop for 5 seconds anywhere, like when my dog wants to go wee wee, you're going to get bit by deer flies, and it was just brutal. I got hit by a deer fly on the leg, and it's still swollen and red. Deer
Oh yeah.
flies are nasty, man, really nasty. Happy birthday, everyone! Says C-Mac. Yes, it was my birthday on Thursday. Uh, I turned 53 years old. So
Well,
yeah.
belated happy birthday.
Well,
And
thank you.
congratulations for making it that far.
Well, yeah, I like to call it leveling up as opposed to getting older. I leveled up to level 53, and yeah, so I don't know what perks come with this level, but we'll see.
It's a wisdom bonus, isn't it?
Maybe. Although
But dexterity starts to go way down.
oh yes, dexterity has dropped. We've got a few comments. First, you have you saying first,
I did
hey,
it.
which I think means hey. Uh, Two of tonight's hosts are evil. Yeah, well, there's only two hosts, so that means you and me. CMAC says, "Am I late?" No, CMAC, you're just on time. Thank you for popping in. This was a late edition. I was thinking, oh, Irving's going to host, and then I saw that he put one up last week, and so I had to rush to get one done. That's why we started a little bit late. So I apologize, folks, but we're here now. Happy birthday, everyone! Says CMAC. Uh, Costa says CMAC is hot, and CMAC says cake bonus. Yeah, I did have cake. The wife knows my favorite cake is birthday cake, and she treated me to a birthday cake, which was nice on Thursday. So, and we ate a lot of garbage. Like I ate a lot of bad food that I should not have been eating. Talking donuts. I mean, I don't think hot dogs and hamburgers are bad food. I think they're actually okay food as long as you don't dress them up with too much crap. Um, and and we had steak one night, which was really really good. And then we went to dinner on my birthday night, and I had dinner at a local restaurant in I want to say it's not Lindsay. Where the hell is it? I don't know. A little town on Stony Lake, but we had dinner there. So we have another comment from CMAC. CMAC says, "All hail the wonderful and amazing Costa. May he reign, may be reign. I think he reign in glory for all time." You two are cute, and I'm eating, like I said, s'mores trail mix.
Which
Someone
is basically
and
marshmallows and graham
nobody wanted
crackers.
to take it, so I'm like, I'm going to take it. What's that?
It's basically marshmallows and graham crackers.
And chocolate chips. So yeah, so good for you.
You know what though? You've been working hard for quite a while now. Like, how long? 3 months?
Yeah, 3 and a bit. I did hit the gym today, though. I went to the gym today and I worked out, and it felt so much. I felt like myself again after going to the gym for an hour. I was like, oh, okay.
That's good. That's good. But yeah, like taking a whole week break every
Yeah,
once in a while is actually a good thing. And funny, sorry, I guess I'm sort of trying to bleed into do you even lift here? Is if
yeah,
that's okay.
yeah. That's fine.
You know how like professional fighters, the the standard is the 8 week training camp, right? They're
Right.
roughly in shape all year round, but then coming up to the fight, they do 8 straight weeks of solid training, blah blah blah. A lot of fighters have taken to doing a 9 week training camp so that week 6 is a week off.
Oh,
They
okay.
go to the bar, have a couple of drinks, like eat burgers and pizza and all that. And then weeks 7, 8, and 9 go wicked hard. And that little refresh in the middle of their training camp gives them a fuck ton of energy for the last 3 weeks to like make weight and be super like still high energy when they get in the ring, not exhausted from
Right.
8 weeks. And it seems to work for a lot of people. So yeah, every once in a while, right?
Well,
Deload for a week.
that's neat to that's good to keep in mind. Like, no, I went today. I'll go tomorrow as well because it's
Mhm.
been a week since I worked out. It's been a week since I got my steps. And yeah, I'll today I concentrated on chest and shoulders, a little bit of the arms. Tomorrow I'll probably do lower body because I didn't walk as much as I should have all week. So I'll probably do
Yeah.
lower body. So I'll do some squats, I'll do some leg presses, that kind of stuff. And then I'm back with Chevy on Wednesday. So him and I can work on something else. Maybe arms, maybe back. I don't know. But yeah, no, it's going well. I'm getting there slowly but surely. But I did miss it when I wasn't there. I was like, oh, I feel like I'm just wasting time. Like we were sitting playing games. I'm like, I should be doing something more physical. So I go for walks when I could, but man, those deer flies are brutal. A couple
Oh, yeah.
more comments here we got from Costins asks us, have you guys heard of Stacked or Athens Greek souvlaki, new to E-Chain restaurants? No, I've not. But the wife's Greek, so she might like them. It's called Stacked and Athens Greek souvlaki. I'll have to check them out. C-Mac. I need to go to a bar. Tequila withdrawal
Don't
or
we all?
something. When was the last time you had a bar there, C-Mac? I haven't been to a bar in ages. I guess there was a bar at the restaurant we're at, and I had a few drinks that night. I had two
It's
double
not the
rum.
same though. It's not the same as hey, let's go out to this place just to get drinks. Like
Right, right, yeah. I had two double rum and cokes, and I was feeling pretty happy that night. So
nice.
yeah,
And when was the last time you had tequila? Holy shit.
tequila was probably the last time I went on vacation. I think I had a drink with tequila in it. I don't drink straight tequila. I mean, I used to, but I can't do it anymore. It's fucking brutal on the stomach. I can't
So
stand it.
the last time I had tequila was probably in the realm of 8 years ago.
Oh yeah,
And before that, my uncle had introduced me to something. And some people will say it's a meme. There's a better tequila, but I tried Patron Gold
yeah.
for the first time, and you know how there's the tequila salt shot joke, right? Take a little salt, and
Salt,
then you drink the
lemon.
tequila, and then bite the lemon, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, with Patron Gold, You use a little cinnamon, you drink the tequila, and then you eat a slice of tangerine or clementine.
Hmm.
And I didn't know until that point when my uncle's like, try this, that tequila is supposed to taste good. It's supposed to be a delicious drink.
Yeah.
And this one really is. Right? The whole thing with the salt and the lime is, or the salt and lemon, is that tequila was made in Mexico with bad water standards. So you're taking the salt to disinfect the tequila while you drink it, and then
Yeah.
you're biting into a lemon to mask the flavor of shitty, cheap tequila. But this was actually like a flavor experience. It's like
Yeah.
suddenly it turned to cake in my mouth, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
That
So I
sounds
had to
good.
go buy a bottle, and yeah, so. But that was already about 8 years ago because I just can't keep fresh tangerines on the counter. They just keep going
No,
bad
they don't last long.
that often. Yeah.
Oh, I've got a visitor. My cat, Mr. Mac, is here.
Okay.
Tequila is evil. Send it all to C-Mac. LOL. Since my last vacation, New Orleans is all bars, so maybe what I really need to
Mm.
is go back to New Orleans. I haven't been to New Orleans in ages. I went there on my honeymoon, and we went there another time. Can't remember when. But yeah, beautiful city. I love New Orleans. It's really nice. Um,
I've never been.
I would go back. I would definitely go back. It's having some troubles lately with it's not doing too well. Like it's got a lot of crime. It's you know, pandemic didn't treat it too well, or people in charge of New Orleans didn't treat people too well during the pandemic, I should say.
Yeah.
So yeah. So what about you? How's your fitness journey been? You hurt your thumb.
I sprained my fucking thumb
How did you do that?
at work. Just apparently, I'm not making as much gains as I thought I was.
Well,
Tried to do something.
your hands are not super strong. You know?
Yeah, tried right, and I swear to God, it felt like I dislocated it. And
Wow.
yeah, like e- I got an X-ray. It's not broken, right? It's
That's
just
good.
a terrible sprain. But I'm back at regular duties. Like it's just sore now, but
Yeah.
I do feel much better keeping it wrapped when I need to go grab something. So I too have been not at the gym because for the first couple of days I literally I couldn't squeeze toothpaste out of the fucking tube.
Oh my God, that's
Yeah,
bad. You could have worked out the other arm, I guess, but then, what's the point of doing one arm,
yeah, it's not the same. Besides, it was leg day,
There you go.
so it's still
Um,
leg day.
I used to be really flexible in my hands. I used to do like I can still. Oh, I got shit all over my hand. No, that's chocolate chips. Sorry, one sec. I used to be really flexible. Like I can do this.
Oh, gross.
I
So
used to be
that's
able to. I used to be able to take my thumb and put it behind my first knuckle. I don't think I can do it anymore because I'm old. But I used to be able to put my thumb like right there
oh yeah,
when I was younger, when my bones were more rubbery. But now, yeah.
yeah. That weird thing you were doing with your thumb. That's what it felt like my thumb did,
Oh, really?
but mine's not supposed to do it.
I can do it with both. I can do it with both fingers.
Oh,
And I got eaten alive, man. Look at that. Look at that mosquito bite right there.
nice.
All over my legs. Oh, brutal. Mosquitoes up there were brutal, and deer flies were brutal. CMAX says at least it's the left one.
Yeah,
You're right-handed, yeah.
I am. Yes.
And then she said Bragg is hypermobile. Well, I can you touch your thumb to your arm? Yeah.
Yeah, like this way.
There you
No,
go.
no.
There.
You know what she means, where you can pull your thumb down, touch your
Yeah, I
forearm.
think I can. Yeah, I think I can.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This hand's a little harder. Yeah, this hand I can do it though. So I guess I'm not that unflexible. Yeah, so I got to get back at it. I've got a few more months before I want to reach my goal, and I think I can reach my goal or get darn close enough to it so that at least I look halfway decent in tights. That's the goal, to look halfway decent in tights. And it helps, I think, that the costume has like muscles shaded into it. That'll help.
Hey, even in 300, they airbrushed those guys' abs a little bit. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah,
they did work out, but yeah,
yeah.
the airbrush isn't cheating;
No,
it's a show.
that's right. It's like makeup.
Yeah.
Are women who wear makeup, are they cheating? Are
Yes.
they lying? A little bit, maybe. Did you ever wear makeup in high school?
Was it Halloween?
No, no, like daily makeup or makeup every once in a while, like if you had a blemish or whatever.
No.
I did. See, I'm a very vain person, and when I was in high school, I used to get like pimples, and they were always in the worst awkward spot. Like a pimple here, no big deal. A pimple right here or a pimple right here, I was freaking out constantly. Like everybody's when they're talking to me, they're just looking at my pimples. So I would take some of my mom's like cover up and I would dab it on and cover it up. That's me.
Weird.
Yeah, kind of gay. A little bit gay, maybe. I don't know. But I'm like, you know what? Here's the thing. Models do it, Hollywood stars do it, so I can do it too. And it doesn't make them gay.
Yes, it does.
Okay, maybe it makes them a little gay. All the guys in my school wear makeup, says C-Mac. Oh, really? Like full on like eyeshadow and eyeliner and stuff like that? Or just they put on base or they put on cover up to cover blemishes? We had a lot of theater kids. Oh, there you go. There you go. I don't wear makeup anymore. But like when I was a kid, yeah, I wasn't like a pizza face. Had a pretty good complexion, but occasionally I get the one zit in a really bad spot and it looked awful. I was
Right.
like, I gotta get rid of this. I gotta hide this. It's fucking terrible. And I was really vain, so a decent amount wore at least foundation. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't cover my entire face with foundation. I would just do touch ups, kind of thing, right? But Irving says I'm gay, so there you go.
Just a little.
Yeah, just a little bit gay. I sang with the Wilkinsons and Avril at different points. The Wilkinsons I'm not familiar with. Avril, I assume you mean Avril Lavigne.
Cool.
C-Mac's got so many stories.
Start a fucking channel.
Yeah, seriously, you got so much stuff to talk about. She does have a YouTube channel. She just doesn't have any content on it. Because I found her YouTube channel. Start putting some up, C-Mac. You'll have 2 subscribers immediately. Actually 3, because Costin will definitely subscribe. He'll probably watch it with the sound off, but he'll definitely subscribe. Shit. It's a small town for talented kids. Oh, okay. I sang with the Wilkinsons and Avril at different points. Okay. Yeah, well, Kingston, right? Are you from Kingston, C-Mac? I know you live there now, but were you from Kingston? Um, what's his name? Gord Downey was from Kingston. Treasure the Hip
Really?
started in Kingston. There's a lot of like cover bands in Kingston of the Tragically Hip.
Of course there is.
Yeah.
Armored Skeptic is from Kingston too.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Does he still have a channel?
Yeah, he posts occasionally, but he's gone into this weird, really awesome conspiracy theory stuff.
Cool.
He's been doing this whole series over the past year called History is a Lie.
History is a lie.
Yeah. It's amazing.
I'm just making a banner for the main Crux night's live stream. I think I've spelt his name wrong, but that's okay. Let's move on to this. Poiliev pulls his finger out. So Poiliev finally came out on Twitter and talked about the medical professionals who have been let go because of vaccine mandates. He's calling for them to be rehired. Took him long enough, but at least he's finally done it. So is he our guy now, Irving?
Nope.
Nope. I don't think so.
No, remember during the whole thing, like his party hadn't decided whether or not they were going to support mandates for vaccination
Right.
nationwide, right? Because they were looking for public opinion rather than taking a fucking stand. Like,
Which is
fuck.
typical operating procedure for the conservatives. This is the problem when you have a party that is defined by its difference from the presumptive ruling party. Liberals are the presumptive ruling party in Canada. They've been held government longer than the conservatives have, if you count up all the years. And so conservatives always been the foil to the liberal government. So everything they do is not based on principle. It's based on how would the public perceive this, and it makes for a really bad political movement. And it also means that you're constantly on the defensive. You never make any gains in a specific direction for your side
Mhm.
because you're just playing a defensive game, which isn't, it's part of what being a conservative is, but it doesn't mean you have to constantly be playing defense. You've got to score goals every now and again. We got a few more comments from CMAC. She's all over tonight. So
The Hip and I have some
she's
stories.
she's from Kingston. The Hip and I have some stories. Well, then you should tell some stories about the Hip. Kingston had a lot of after hours biker bars with lots of drugs for after parties. Nice. I served drinks at a few in my younger years. How evil is Kingston compared to Toronto? I give it an 8 out of 10 on the evil scale. Yeah, and if Toronto's 11, it's a prison town. Yeah. You'll get stabbed at some point. Well, that's coming the norm here in Canada, in Ontario, actually all over, really.
Oh yeah, what's one of the jokes? Ah, yes, welcome to Winnipeg. Come for the wonderful transit system. Stay because you've been stabbed on the wonderful transit system.
Yeah. Same with the TTC. You can say the same thing about the TTC. But yeah, so I'm glad that Polly finally spoke about it, but to me, it's a little too late. They should have come out at the beginning saying, no one should be fired for not getting a vaccine, especially one that was rushed to market, especially one that is experimental in nature. And yeah, it would have been nice if we'd had a principled government or a principled opposition who said, this is your stance? Well, this is our stance. And see how far it went. Now, I know the media would have like completely torn them to pieces because the narrative at the time was, no, everyone needs to get vaccinated. If you don't, you're a bad person. But that didn't stop Bernier from standing by his principles. And
Exactly.
that's why I support him, right? Dude got arrested for holding an outdoor rally of like what 12 people, and yeah, so yeah, you know that you can starve to death on marshmallows.
I believe it.
You could just, if you were like stranded on a desert island with like a crate full of marshmallows, you could eat them and you'd still starve to death.
Yeah,
They
it's
have
just
calories, but there's absolutely no nutritional value
yeah, no,
in
it's just
marshmallows
sugar. So
whatsoever. It's just
you're getting more and more dehydrated, filling
that's right.
yourself with sugar and losing nutrients. You just
Yep,
have the worst headache of your life and
that's
then
it.
die.
Yep, yep. But damn, they're yummy.
Do you know that they were invented 8,000 years ago by the Egyptians?
I did not know that.
You're getting a headache, aren't you?
No.
Oh.
I've been getting this pain in my abdomen, right where my appendicitis, or not my appendicitis, my gallbladder scar is, and I'm hoping I didn't do something. I ate a lot of crappy food this weekend, but I have a feeling it's muscle related because I was kayaking one day, and
Mm.
getting out of the kayak onto the dock was a bit of a struggle. So I think I might have just wrenched something, like pulled a muscle or something in my like an ab muscle. But every once in a while, it just it stings as all hell. It could be my liver. It could be my liver. It's gelatin and sugar. So it was invented in Egypt. I think ice cream was also invented in ancient Egypt, but I could be wrong.
I don't know about that one. Just know about the marshmallows for some reason.
You ever had vegan marshmallows?
Aren't marshmallows? No, I guess it's
They're not.
gelatin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegan marshmallows use agar, which is, I guess, it's made from like I think it's agar. It's made from like seaweed or something that helps gelatinize it. So, but they don't taste like they don't have the same texture.
No, I imagine they wouldn't.
Milk thistle is good for liver. Good to know. Yeah, it could be my liver. Who knows? I did eat a lot of shit, and I did drink quite a bit. So maybe my liver's going, "Hey, man, what are you doing to me?" Gross. Yeah. We made some one time for our vegetarian friend because she, well, actually, she's not even a vegetarian anymore. She's pescatarian. She eats fish all the time. But gelatin, because it comes from cows, she wouldn't eat marshmallows, right? So, yeah.
I'm suddenly reminded of this text chain thing that somebody started called Jim's Barbecue, and it's like 15 people have been added. Hey everyone, you're all invited to my barbecue. Quick question: are there any vegans or vegetarians? And someone goes, "Yes, I'm vegan. Thanks for asking." Removed from group.
It's a barbecue. You're going to eat meat. You're going to eat charred meat.
That's right.
Put her out of her misery. Being vegan is not living. Well, and I've said this before, being a vegetarian or being vegan is like the height of privilege when it comes to diet. Like you can only be vegan in a modern Western society that has like modern industrial farming that allows you to acquire food that you can eat and restrict your diet to that degree. If you're in a survival situation or if society were to collapse, you'd be eating whatever calories you could get, and if that means you were going to eat pork or fish or chicken or beef,
Yeah.
you would eat it. You'd eat rabbit, you'd eat squirrel, you'd eat bugs, you'd eat whatever you could get your hands on if it meant to eat. That's the other thing. Like, so would vegans not eat bugs? I guess not, because they're like living
No,
things,
probably.
right?
Yeah.
I don't understand why they go, well, no, I'll eat vegetables. Well, vegetables are living things too. So, but I guess you got to eat something, right? So,
Well, remember, like Kurt Cobain said, it's okay to eat fish because they don't have any feelings.
well, I don't know. They tend to thrash about it quite a bit when you try and catch them.
Yeah, so does that plastic snake toy when you pick it up by the tail, right? Like,
Yeah, but you know that's inanimate and that's just
sure.
gravity, right? But no, a fish has nerve endings. It knows what it feels pain. Of course, it feels pain. That's
Yeah.
a response for survival, right? It's got to have nerve endings that can tell when there's trauma to its body, so it can try and escape the trauma.
The computer has electric circuits. That's basically what a nervous system is. Ours is
Right.
very complex and we interpret it different ways.
Right.
But other animals, the lower down the evolutionary scale you go,
Yeah.
they don't have the interpretation capacity to actually interpret it as pain. It's just like a difference engine and a input output, like stimulus response. It's not actually experiencing it.
Okay. I mean, experience though being in the context of being human, right? Like it doesn't have a brain to rationalize it, no, but it does know that if its body is suffering trauma, it needs to remove itself from the trauma. It Fish don't feel. That's nerves, Bragg. Yeah, I know, but
Same with baby seals. Sea back on fire.
it's fine. See that? Yeah, no, I get it. I get it's like almost an autonomic response, right?
Yes.
But you could say the same thing for when we experience pain, right? Our response to pain is autonomic. When you
Sure.
burn your finger on like if you touch the element on your stove, you immediately recoil. You don't even think about
That's
it. You
right.
just do.
But we also have self-awareness, right?
Right.
And we're experiencing time and things like that, right? A person in a coma, you can do things to them to gauge their autonomic response,
Right.
but that person will have absolutely no memory of it as if it never happened
So what you're
because
saying is
they're
it's
not
not that. So I think a better description is. Let me remove this banner because it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. So I think a better description or whatever would be that fish, while they don't experience pain in the same way as higher life forms, do suffer from trauma and respond accordingly, as all creatures do.
But the word suffered isn't really. It's like a imagine you built a robot and
Yeah,
you programmed it to know that touching fire or something hot or something, right, would damage it.
right,
So it touches something, realizes it's hot, and autonomically pulls, right? It
right.
senses the heat and pulls its hand. It's not experiencing pain.
No,
That's the same with the fish.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess.
you've got to get up into some of the really, really smart reptiles and mammals to actually say that they're like experiencing things and are self-aware. Like rats are actually metacognitive.
Metacognitive? Explain
They
that.
are aware of their ability to think.
Yeah,
They can stop and go, wait, I got to think about this.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
They're pretty smart. Yeah,
Yeah.
they can use tools. They can disable traps. Like they're not stupid animals. Same with crows, right? Crows are really fucking smart.
Yeah.
They're crazy smart.
So if you have crows in your neighborhood, you can set up a little platform. And wait, who was telling me this? Was it CMAC telling me this?
Maybe.
Set up a little platform and leave like peanuts in the shell. They love peanuts in the shell because it's a little puzzle to break them open and get the goodies inside, right?
Right.
They will start bringing you stuff.
It's like presents and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And they'll trade you for, right? So when they bring you something you want, you give them more peanuts
Yeah.
and then they will bring more of that.
Yep. But they
So
did a.
what's
They
that?
were doing an experiment with crows, where they put this machine in a dump, like where it was a dump full of different types of refuse, right?
Mm,
And they trained the crows to uh, drop things into a hopper, metal things initially, like slugs, bolts, nuts, that kind of thing, and it would
mhm.
detect that metal and it would distribute a little food pellet. So these things would start to bring back things that were metal, and it would avoid things that weren't metal because it learned, well, the things that aren't metal aren't going to get me what I need.
Right.
So it started like stealing coins and shit like that because it knew that the coins were metal. And the idea was they wanted to train it to go into the dump and find little bits of circuitry like gold, like
Yeah, yeah.
circuit panels and stuff, so that the circuitry would go, because that stuff's worth money, right? That stuff could be
Right.
recycled and reused and stuff like that. So yeah, apparently, yeah, they were quite successful with it. And I'm like, wow, if you could train them to do that, you could train them to do almost anything.
So the thing with the platform in front of your house where you
Yeah,
have crows
yeah,
is you have to wait for them to bring you like a $20 bill and then you leave them the whole bag of peanuts.
right. And then they
And
learn
then
money.
but they will literally try to rob people to get you the money now.
Yep, they'll pick your pockets and everything. Yeah, they'll stand by. They'll stand by the ATMs, and as your money comes out, they'll swoop in and steal it. Apparently, monkeys have done that.
Yeah, so even like what are they called? Macaques, right?
Hmm.
When they start trading coins for food, they teach them to trade coins for food. The monkeys want profit. They won't trade you again for the same amount. They
Right.
want more.
Right.
So they already have a profit motive in mind.
Yeah, and they understand the idea of fairness as well. You saw that experiment where they had two monkeys in two separate cages, and they would give one monkey like, I don't know, like an okay piece of food, but then the other monkey got like grapes, which were really really yummy, right?
Right.
And they didn't give one. They gave the one grapes, and then they didn't give the other one anything, and it lost its shit. It started freaking, what the fuck? Where's mine? Because they both did the task, and this thing was losing its mind. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
they're not stupid. A couple more comments here. CMAX says, any fish that I'm dealing with isn't going to have time to process that trauma. LOL. Yum. Um, Raven and crows can talk. You should train the crows to fly around dropping ends at people. Oh my god, GZ. Oh my god, GZ. Like parrots. LOL, hilarious. Yes.
They can even learn to read.
Oh really?
Yeah, they can associate up to like I think it's like 3,000 words, written words, with the
Really?
image corresponding image. Yeah.
That's really smart. It really brings the movie The Birds into a whole new light. You ever see Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds?
A long time ago, yeah.
Yeah. The birds just decide, you know what? Fuck these humans. They keep hitting us with their cars. You know, let's just let's just fucking kill them. And they did. They taught a bonobo monkeys to use money. They stole all the money and started trading it for sex. Oh my god.
That's not really fair because bonobos are notoriously hypersexualized. Like they just all they do is have sex and eat. And yeah, so
That's funny.
yeah.
It always comes back to sex. Yep. Why not trade for something that lasts longer? Like marathon sex.
Because they're bonobos. They don't forward think that much.
Yeah. They lack the imagination. They still don't have a forehead like we do, right? That was the big discerning characteristic between hominids, like humans, and primates, right? The humans or the ones approaching humanity started to think about the future. They started to plan for the future. Like, okay,
Mm.
water may become scarce. I'm going to find a way to keep water so that if I need it later, I can come back for it. And so they started putting water into like ostrich eggs and like tapping them and then burying them, and then they come back and get the water later. These are the these are the primates that were evolving into hominids, right? So, um, 2023, the birds. All these birds keep staying gamer words. Can they go back to just killing people? If I offer to hitch them. LOL, GZ. Um, yeah, can you imagine? I'm just waiting for uh, the AI NPC slash gamer to come to like Call of Duty or Fortnite or whatever, right? So they're going to come up with some um, NPC that not only you have to fight. So if you're in a group, right, and you can't fill your side, like you need four on one side and four on the other, and for whatever reason you can only find three. It'll plug in an AI player, and that AI player will be just as good at like telling mom jokes and ripping on you as any regular player. It'll probably be more inventive too.
And super misogynistic.
And super misogynistic. And you get, you know what? Here's the thing: you can probably like program it. So what kind of personality traits do you want this thing to have? Do you want it to speak with an accent? Do you want it to be really racist? Do you want it to be really misogynist? Do you want it to be like act like a fifth grader? Do you want it to act like an old man? Like, yeah, AI is pretty amazing. The stuff it can do. I found a chatbot called Hey Pi. Have you seen this one yet?
No.
So HeyPi, HEYPI.com. If you go there, there's a chatbot that you can interact with voice, and it will speak conversationally to you, and you can ask it questions and it'll talk to you like it's your buddy. And you can choose a bunch of different voices. And it was really funny. So I ran a RPG game when I was at the cottage. And I said, hey, I've been reading this Easy D6 rule system by DM Scotty, and I've adapted it for a superhero genre type game. And I'd like to run you guys through it, right? So like, yeah, cool, sounds good, I'm down. So then I had to come up with a story. So I go to this heypi.com and I go, hey, can you give me a story hook idea for a superhero RPG? And boom, it gave me one like that.
Really?
Yeah,
And it was good.
it was good. I ended up using it. It wasn't a very particularly sophisticated plot, but basically the whole thing was someone in the city is setting fires and nobody knows who it is, and they have to try and find out who's setting these fires. And I'm like, okay, I can adapt that. Let me see if I can find it and we can share it. We can fuck around with it.
Hey Pie.
Hey, pie.
And what are we going to chat with Hey Pi
Yeah,
live
we're
on?
gonna chat with Hey Pi. I'm gonna present.
Jeez. Okay. Oh my God. What if it listens to us and then it can like copy our voices? And then literally you could go on vacation and I could just turn off the camera and have Hey Pi talk in your voice.
Yep, you can do that. All right, I wanna add voice to it. Should be able to have voice to it. Why can't I? Okay, so where I want to use my mic. Maybe I have to sign up for that. I don't really want to sign in. I think I might have already continued with Google. All right, can I? What do we want to talk about?
I can't read these. Well, is it listening to us?
I don't know. Hey, Pi, can you hear me? How do I initiate my voice?
Oh, because StreamYard is hogging your mic.
That might be it. Okay, so I'll type something. So I said I want to vent. Okay, so let me just write out. I really despise our current government in Canada.
I understand that politics can be contentious, especially when it comes to strong feelings or disagreements with certain policies. Can you elaborate on why you feel so negatively about the current government in Canada?
Sure. Liberal government. Led
CMAC is asking how to overthrow.
Justin Trudeau has trampled over the rights of its citizens.
And the citizens literally.
And literally trampled protesters with cops on horseback. I feel like we're witnessing the rise of a would-be dictator. In real time.
Wow, you definitely have very strong opinions about the current Canadian government and its actions. I understand that you feel strongly about what has been happening in Canada. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask some clarifying questions to better understand your perspective. You mentioned that you feel the government has been trampling on the rights of citizens. Could you give some examples of that?
Sure. Restricting travel. Raising bank accounts. Closing businesses by simple decree.
Not to mention banning 1,500 firearms in an unparliamentary, unconstitutional order in council.
Yeah. Banning firearm ownership.
She sounds like left-wing Ben Shapiro. Squid.
Yeah. Without going through Parliament. pitting citizens against one another. The list is
Ever expanding.
extensive.
You've definitely listed quite a few examples there. It's clear that you're very concerned about the direction the current government is taking Canada. For you, these actions cross the line from legitimate use of government power to an abuse of power. Is that a fair assessment?
Absolutely. So, what do we do about it?
Well, I think that's a very complex question with many possible answers. But let's start with a few questions first. Are you looking for legal, political, or social solutions? Do you think the current system still allows citizens to affect change, or is the system broken? Do you think the answer is reform or a complete overhaul? What do you think?
Revolt. Let's end up on another watch list, Craig. Come on.
I believe the system is broken. I believe it needs an overhaul.
That's a very interesting perspective, and I appreciate that you're approaching this problem from a rights-based perspective. So from that point of view, are you thinking about more checks and balances, term limits, greater citizen input, something else, or all of the above?
Uprising. Just right. Uprising and nothing else.
I'm thinking revolution. Guillotines. Guillotines and public trials. If our leaders are going to govern and act like aristocrats, then they should be treated as such.
As suck.
Suck as such.
Hold the phone there. It's normal to feel frustrated when you're unhappy with your government. But I'm alarmed that you're talking about violent revolution and public executions. That's extreme and disturbing, to say the least. Violence is never a good way to solve problems, even political ones. It only begets more violence and creates a cycle of chaos that is not constructive for society. Can we dial back the rhetoric and talk about possible nonviolent solutions?
Yes, of course. I was being glib. I have no intention of enacting anything violent overthrow.
Oh, and Squid's been playing Total War, but Empire.
It makes for now how about I believe we need a government that is based on principles and not bureaucratic. Largeness. I would be happy with term limits, all opportunities, and strict checks on corruption.
I appreciate you clarifying that. It's important to be able to express frustration and disagreement without resorting to violent rhetoric, and I'm glad that's not your intention. What you're describing, term limits, recall opportunities, and anti-corruption measures, are things that many people have argued for as ways to improve democratic systems. I think those kinds of reforms are constructive ways to address some of the concerns you've raised. How about we take each one and explore how they might work in Canada?
What do you think, folks? Do we want to keep going, or has this been a clear sort of demonstration of what Hey Pi can do? What do you think? What do you think, Irving? Are you frozen? Shit, he might be frozen. We're missing some comments, so let's go back a little bit. Da, 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 da. Wow, a lot of comments since I started this nonsense. Let's go here. All right, so sup guys, finally managed to catch her live after so long. Thanks, Squid. Thanks for popping in. Hey Squid, how are you? Doing well, missed these chads. Can you make them reading Gilbert Gottfried voice though? I could probably do that with already existing technology. It's here to listen because that's great. Ask it how to overthrow. AI bot report to Trudeau already. Ask it the best way to subvert. How can you hate Canada? Free healthcare and free things and no school shootings, etc. Well, nothing is free. We pay through the nose in taxes. Free things, nothing's ever free. And school shootings, yeah, we have them. We still have school shootings. We have stabbings. We have violence as well. It's just we're like 1/10 the size of the U.S., so we don't have near the number. The free things are only for illegals, Squid. We pay for healthcare. If you live in Canada, you literally can't get sick, and if you do, there's a video game medic there to instantly cure you. Thanks, true douchebag, for free immortality. Is Bragg writing a thesis? Cure it with Maid, maybe. She sounds like left-wing Ben Shapiro. Yeah, it's true. Ask the AI if I should trust a fart. Asking for a friend. Never trust a fart after 5 p.m. I vote for overhaul with fire. Gonna remind us all of a quote from Solzhenitsyn, something about turning a crank and you can hear the ideology speak. Or was that Orwell? Yeah. Ask the AI bot how many communists should be loaded into a helicopter for the minimal fuel consumption when flying them over the ocean. This is a hell of a stream to join when I've been playing so much Empire Total War recently. LOL.
We're going to need the strategists. We're going to need them, so keep practicing.
Yeah, that was practice for later, Squid. How about every federal MP and provincial legislative member resign and every seat starts with a new representative? LOL, no thanks. I want fire. Yeah, so I guess my question was, should we continue on with this or should we just call it quits with Pi?
I'm kind of unimpressed while being impressed. I'm impressed with the way the voice sounds like someone speaking.
Yeah.
And it's not just voices a robot voice, right? But it's really not, it's not saying much. You know,
I appreciate you clarifying that. It's important to be able to express frustration and disagreement without resorting to violent rhetoric.
Yeah,
that one's just regular Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, it's true, right?
I appreciate you clarifying that. It's important to be able to express frustration and disagreement without resorting to violent rhetoric.
No, I mean,
I appreciate you clarifying that. It's important to be able to express frustration and disagreement without resorting to violent rhetoric.
I appreciate you clarifying that.
I appreciate you clarifying that. It's important to be able to express frustration and disagreement without resorting to violent rhetoric, and I'm glad that's not your intention. What you're describing, term limits, recall opportunities, and anti-corruption measures, are things that many people have argued for as ways to improve democratic systems. I think those kinds of reforms are constructive ways to address some of the concerns you've raised. How about we take each one and explore how they might work in Canada?
Hold on a second.
Yeah, like it's really just repeating back to you what you're saying and then asking you to elaborate. Like, it's neat and all, right? But I mean, you got to start asking it more pressing questions, and I better be careful because it crashed my whole fucking computer.
Oh, did you load it?
No. I just said things in its general direction here, and my computer just crashed for the first time in the history
Hey, no
of my
problem, and
computer.
thanks for engaging with me on this complex topic. I'm glad we were able to have an open and honest conversation and that you're looking at constructive reforms. You're always welcome to chat with me again. Have a good live stream, and thanks for stopping by.
It's kind of neat, you know. It was especially useful when I was looking for like answers to stuff. You know what I mean? So I was asking it RPG related questions, and it actually had some like legit questions. So what are you planning on doing? What's the nature of your game? That sort of stuff.
Hmm.
And I would ask it. So should I have like a point buy system for powers, or should they roll randomly? How should I do it? And well, there's arguments for both, and she would like lay out the different strengths for one over the other. It was really interesting. It's kind of cool that it also will respond to your voice, right? So you can ask it something conversationally,
Yeah.
and it'll respond conversationally, which is kind of cool.
See, but no, if you want to know if it's thinking, you have to start it like it's asking you for your opinion.
Right.
And then it talks about your opinion and then asks you for more of your opinion. You have to get an opinion out of it, or you have to try, right? Like the question would have been, at what point do we accept a declaration of war on the populace from the government? Right.
Right. And when
Like,
at what point can we determine that the government is declaring war on the citizens?
yeah.
Yeah.
And that it is not only like legal or right, but necessary to fight back, right? Violent revolution is never the answer. But what if the government is being violent to its citizens?
Yeah.
Right?
Agreed.
But yeah, you gotta get it to try and give an opinion.
I gotta share something with you as well. You may have seen this already because apparently it's been out for a while. It's only 10 minutes, so let me share this with you. One second here. This is going to be the AI stream tonight. All right, one sec here. Let me hide that comment here.
Hey folks, here we are. We've assembled the crew for some good old Dungeons and Dragons. Yours truly will be the dungeon master for this campaign, and let me tell you, I'm stoked about it. So let's get things rolling, shall we? How about we go around and introduce ourselves? Who are you and what brings you to the table?
Greetings, fellow adventurers. This is Elon Musk, and for this game of Dungeons and Dragons, I'll be taking on the role of a level 2 half-elf artificer named Sark-Siron. Considering my background in science and whatnot, it seemed like a natural fit. Let's just say I feel right at home with all the tinkering and gadgetry involved.
Nice to meet you, Sark-Siron. Hey, folks, it's me, Donald Trump. And let me tell you, I'm super excited to be playing this game of Dungeons and Dragons. I've decided to roll with the wizard class because, let's face it, it's totally fitting for a guy like me. I mean, come on, I practically radiate magic. And as for my race, I'm going to go with human, but not just any human, but a variant. Why, you ask? Well, I don't know why, but it sounds cool. You will all address me as Tronald.
Well, you are pretty magical, Donald.
Wow, that's so kind of you, Elon. So kind.
You two are... Anyway, let's move on to our next guest.
Welcome, welcome. It's Gordon Ramsay here. And let me tell you, I'm absolutely thrilled to be joining you all for this Dungeons and Dragons game. I'll be taking on the role of a half-orc barbarian named Ra. Sounds like a right tough one, doesn't it? Now, let's be frank. I haven't got a fucking clue how to play this game. But fear not, because what I do know is food. And to that end, I've whipped up some delicious beef Wellington for everyone to enjoy. So let's dig in and get this game started.
Man, that's amazing. Don't mind if I do.
Fucking Gordon coming in clutch. Pass us a plate of tat beef welly. I haven't eaten in hours, man. I'm fucking starving.
Dude, aren't you going to introduce yourself?
Yeah, come on, man. Introduce yourself so we can get going.
Shut your fucking mouth, Donald, you little rat.
Wow. Well, let me tell you, that was really quite rude. Yes, quite rude indeed.
For fuck's sake, introduce yourself, you Irish twat.
Oh, shit.
Wow, well, there wasn't a need for that, Gordon. You better watch your attitude before I break your fucking jaw.
Listen here, you absolute donut. Threaten me one more time and I'll get Dustin Poirier to break your fucking leg again.
Fuck this. Give me that welly. I'm off. Enjoy your fucking night, you bunch of pussies.
Wow.
Fucking liberal.
Hey, man, why you got to do that, Gordon? Come on, we don't need that kind of energy here. Let's keep it positive and focus on the good stuff. Man, I got to tell you, I spent hours putting this session together last night. It was going to be epic, but I'm not sure if we can do it justice with just 3 people. I mean, we could still give it a shot and have some fun, but it won't be the same without a full party. What do you guys think?
Sorry, Joe, the little prick just winds me up. I could give Gino DeCampo a call and get him round.
Oh, God.
No. Look, we can't just go adding more cooks to the kitchen. It's all about balance, folks. But I do have an idea. How about I give my good friend Samuel L. Jackson a call? He's a big fan of Dungeons and Dragons, and he knows how to bring the energy. Trust me, it'll be tremendous.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Well, hello, motherfucker.
Hello to you too, Mr. Jackson. Look, we're running a D&D campaign right now, and we would like to know if you join us.
Wow.
What the fuck happened, Donald?
Fuck me.
I really don't know, Joe. I really don't.
Fuck me. Well, what do we have here, motherfucker?
Wow.
That was fast.
Y'all didn't think to invite me in the first place?
How did you get here so quick, Samuel?
Well, let me tell you what happened. I was just strolling down the street, keeping to myself, when lo and behold, who do I see but Conor McGregor, shirtless, running down the street and munching on a beef Wellington. I mean, what the hell, right? I figured something funny was going on, so I decided to stick around and see what was up.
Well, we're glad to have you here, Samuel. We're currently live streaming, so you'll need to make a character and introduce him.
Motherfucker, I'm ready to go, boys. Do you think Big J is ever unprepared?
Wow.
Well, that's great, man. Let's hear your character.
I'll be playing a warlock drow named Gilro Thosroar.
Good stuff, dude. Well, if we're all ready, then let's get this game started. You find yourselves in the bustling city of Waterdeep, the largest metropolis in the Sword Coast. It's a busy evening, and you've decided to take a break from your travels and unwind at a local tavern, the Rusty Anchor. As you enter the tavern, the smell of roasted meat and ale fills your nostrils. The place is packed with people, and the sound of laughter and conversation fills the air. The tavern keeper nods to you as you walk in and motions for you to find a seat at one of the empty tables.
What on earth are they cooking here? Is it steak, pork, lamb? Bloody hell, we need to find out what's in that pan before someone gets sick. Let's go and have a word with the chef, shall we?
Gordon, I'm not finished with my intro, man.
Wow.
Anyway, as you settle in, you notice a group of adventurers sitting at a nearby table. They seem to be discussing something in hushed tones, and their eyes dart around the room, scanning for danger. One of them in particular keeps glancing at you, Tronald. What do you guys do?
Well, frankly, I don't see why he's staring at me. What's his problem anyway? I mean, I've got better things to do than deal with this nonsense. I'm going to walk over to him and have a word.
Yeah, I'll come with you. Let's see what's going on.
I will watch from afar, keeping a close eye on the situation.
I'm going to find where that fucking smell is coming from.
All right, Rar, we'll get to you in a moment. As for Tronald and Gilro, you both approach the table. Your eyes lock onto the individual who had been staring. Despite your approach, he does not avert his gaze. His eyes remain fixed upon you, Tronald, as if he's peering into your very soul.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't like that, not one bit. Hey, you, what's your problem? Why are you staring at me?
As you approach, the man stands up from his chair, towering over you. He's a burly figure with broad shoulders and a barrel chest that strain against the seams of his tunic. His face is weathered, with lines etched deep into his skin, as if he spent a lifetime working under the harsh sun. A thick beard frames his jaw, and his eyes gleam like polished steel as he regards you with a mixture of curiosity and suspicion. And he proceeds to say, "Hey there, puny man, I can look where I want."
Wow.
This guy.
I see. Listen up, pal. I don't like it, not one bit. If you don't quit staring at me, we're going to have a problem. And believe me, you don't want to mess with Tronald.
The man steps closer to you, Tronald. His face is now inches away from yours as he says, "We don't want your filthy kind round here. How about I beat the shit out of you right now to teach you a lesson?"
What a bell end.
Oh, hell no. You need to stop staring at this man right now, you damn fool. Can't you see he's got better things to do than deal with your bullshit? Back off before you make me angry.
You know what, Joe? I punch him. I punch him in his dumbass face.
Oh shit.
Okay, so I need you to make an attack roll, Tronald.
Okay, so which stat should I use for this, Joe? Is it dexterity or strength?
You'll have to use strength, buddy. Wizards can't use dex for unarmed strikes.
Okay, then here we go. Yes, natural 20, baby. I
Nice.
told him not to fuck with Tronald.
Fucking incredible.
Good shit, Tronald.
Wow, that's nice, dude. So what's your strength modifier?
I believe my strength modifier is 5, Joe.
That doesn't seem right, dude. Let me have a look at that sheet.
Sure.
Yeah, dude, you have a strength of 5, not a modifier of 5. That would make your modifier -3.
Oh, so what damage do I do then, Joe?
Well, technically, -3 doubled because of the natural 20 would mean you heal him by 6 HP.
For fuck's sake.
I'm not happy with that, Joe.
Well, don't worry, man. You can't actually heal someone by trying to do damage. So we'll just put that down to 0 damage, okay?
I'm not impressed.
Sorry, buddy. I don't make the rules.
Well, technically speaking, the DM has the ability to modify and change the rules as they see fit for the enjoyment of the players and the flow of the campaign.
All right, then. I do make the rules, but you still hit nothing, Tronald.
Wow.
As you go for the swing, Tronald, your fist connects directly with the man's face. But to your surprise, he doesn't flinch or withdraw. Instead, he simply grimaces and pulls out a sword in response. And with that, I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Come celebrate with us at the Hyundai 40th Anniversary Sales Event.
Goddamn ads.
Yes, I got a 22. 19 plus 3.
15 for me, Joe. 13 plus 2.
Oh my God, natural one. Joe, is this a joke?
What the fuck am I rolling?
Roll a d20, Gordon, then add your initiative to it.
Fuck! I got a 5.
Well, that must be nice.
Right, okay. So first up is the man you attack, Tronald. The man pulls his blade back, its sharp edge glinting in the flickering firelight. He makes a quick slash towards you, Tronald.
Why the fuck is he attacking me?
Hey, you attacked him first, Tronald. Anyway, he rolls a 18 to hit. What's your AC?
Not 18, that's for sure.
Ronald, don't you have your mage armor up?
Of course, I have my mage armor up Saxiron, but that only brings me to 16.
Then use your motherfucking shield, dude. Fucking amateur.
Of course, I use the spell Shield, Joe.
Okay, so at the last second, you fling your arm up into the air, conjuring a protective shield around yourself that deflects the blade.
Nice.
He seems slightly impressed. Right, now it's Saxiron's turn. What do you do?
I pull my arm back and fling a firebolt at him. That's a 17 to hit.
Nice, that hits. What damage do you do, Saxiron?
8 points of fire damage.
Good shit, man. With a swift motion, you hurl the firebolt towards your target, its immense speed causing it to streak through the air like a comet. As it connects, it explodes into a fiery burst, engulfing your foe in flames that lick and devour at his clothing and skin. The scent of singed hair and flesh fills the air as he writhes and screams in agony, his once confident demeanor now shattered by the searing pain. Gilro, it's your turn. What do you do?
I run 10 feet behind him, then cast Eldritch Blast at his back. That's a 16 to hit, Joe. And 6 damage.
As you channel your dark power, a pulsating purple energy forms in your hands, crackling with an otherworldly aura. With a fierce determination, you release the Eldritch Blast, and the sheer force of it ripples through the air, striking the man square in the back. He stumbles backwards, gasping for breath as the impact sends shockwaves through his body.
Nice.
Unbelievable.
Right, it's your turn, Roar. What do you do?
My name is Ra, Joe.
Sorry, bud.
First, I would like to fucking rage. Then I'll run up to him and smash him in his face with my great axe.
Okay, Russo, roll a d20.
It's fucking Ra! Yes, natural 20.
Wow.
Good job, Gordon.
Frickin' awesome, dude. Now roll the damage.
11, plus my strength, which makes it 15. Then I add my rage bonus, right? So that's 17. Then I double it to 34. Take that, motherfucker.
No, Gordon. It's 11 plus your rage, which is 13. You double that first to 26. After that, you add your strength, which is 30.
Your level of knowledge is incomprehensible, Elon.
As you feel your blood boiling, you channel your fury into a primal rage and sprint towards your foe. The earth trembles beneath your feet as you rush towards him, the sound of your footsteps echoing through the tavern. With an almighty swing of your colossal great axe, you shatter through his defenses and cleave his skull in two. The lifeless body crumples to the ground at your feet as the room falls silent in awe and terror at your raw power. Hey, folks, it's your buddy Joe Rogan. If you dug what you just watched, me and the crew would be absolutely...
That's ridiculous.
Pretty good, huh? That's not bad, eh? I can't hear you.
Fucking AI.
He's got a whole series of them. There's a bunch of them now. The whole team are going off and fucking having adventures. It's just great because the Donald's pretty good. The Samuel Jackson, The Gordon Ramsay's pretty good. Joe Rogan's pretty good. Elon Musk is like on point.
Yeah.
Like it's like the voices are really, really well done. But yeah.
The ones I was liking were all the ones to do with like gym memes.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if you've seen the Harry Spotter.
No.
Right. Or Gym of Thrones.
If you guys want to see more of that stuff, this is a link to the YouTube channel. If it'll ever put it in there. Should go in there. President's playing Project Zomboid. It was 47.
Actually, that's something we should do.
It might get harder. Or you're in Texas, right, Jeezy? Is he in Texas? I believe
6 is also, and yeah, he was having, I think, 107 Fahrenheit.
Rough.
Yeah.
Rough. How are you alive, Jeezy?
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
so that's the link, guys. If you want to go and check out, it's at We Do AI Stuff, and they've got a whole series of like Joe Rogan running a D&D game. Yeah,
Zona. He's
in Arizona. Fuck. Yeah.
Yikes.
Go say hi to Razor Fist. But yeah, so that's the kind of AI stuff that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, see, 6 knows Harry Spotter.
Harry Spotter's dope AF. I'll have to check it out at some point. All right.
It's like 60 seconds if you want to pull it up.
Okay, let's look it up.
Right, since we're watching other people's videos instead of doing our own content, let's go ahead. Let's keep it up.
Harry Spotter, the boy who lifted. All right, one sec while I share.
Harry Spotter, did you skip leg day again?
Every day is arm day, sir.
It's your job, Harry, to make sure I keep drinking this protein shake, even if you have to force it down my throat.
Why can't I drink it, sir?
Because I need to bulk, Harry.
There is no good and evil. There is only weight, and those too weak to lift it.
If you want to know what a man's like, take a look at how much he benches.
Oh, shit. That's funny. It looks like there's a series of those too.
Yes, yeah. They just put it up with it. Just, and yeah, there's more than just Harry Spotter.
So hot I have oven mitts in my car so I don't burn my hand on the wheel shifter. That's funny.
So there are actually like steering wheel and shifter covers you can buy that get neither hot nor cold.
Yeah.
Right. So that in the dead of winter, they're not, I mean, he doesn't need them for Arizona, but yeah, like it just, they don't get hot. So you don't need oven mitts to drive because that's sounds dangerous.
So Melina's got a new car, newish, like we've had it for a couple months now, but it has leather seats, but they're heated seats as well as cooled seats. So we get in, we can cool the seats down. It's really nice. Not gonna lie.
Do you have auto start?
Yeah, it starts. Well, yeah, I think she can start it. Yeah, she can automatically start it from her key. She never really does, but the cool thing is, if she unlocks it with her key in her pocket, like there's a little button on the handle, it adjusts the seat to her, and if I unlock with my key, it adjusts it to me, which is really nice.
Clever.
Yeah, it's pretty.
But
cool.
if you auto start the car, it will climate control.
Yeah.
In what, like, it will sense the temperature and start correcting it, right? So yeah.
No, it's quite a nice car. It's got quite a few bells and whistles. I gotta say, I kind of like it. I'm still waiting for my car. I ordered a new Mazda 3, and they said 6 to 8 months. That was in April, so I got a while to go. Oh, Dude, I'm getting tired already. What's the matter with me? What else do you want to talk about tonight?
Fucking BRICS.
Oh, the BRICS economic coalition?
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
Some 25 nations have now basically applied to join.
Really?
And it is about to, like, if they do, it's pretty much, it overtakes the like the American petrodollar as the currency.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I think I was talking to a financial planner a while back. I said, what happens when the U.S. dollar is no longer the reserve currency, the currency that everybody uses for international monetary trade and stuff? It's like, yeah, I don't know when that's gonna happen, but I think Canada's pretty well, situated. I'm like, no, man, we're fucking tied to it, and we do the same thing. Ours is fiat currency as well. We have no gold in our reserves. What the fuck are we gonna do? So yeah. So which nations? So BRICS was originally Brazil, Russia, India, China, and
South Africa.
South Africa. That's right. I wanted to say Syria for the longest time. I wouldn't be surprised if Syria joins, but so there's other nations that have.
I think Syria is on the list.
Yeah,
a bunch of
okay.
Middle Eastern countries, some South American countries, and some African nations as well. But oddly, Emmanuel Macron wants to be at the summit.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. So like this is the biggest danger to the international financiers that produce the fiat currency, like to the Rothschilds.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because what will happen is their economies will boom so strongly that it will look like they've doubled their money.
Yeah.
Almost instantaneously, which isn't the case. They'll just have exposed that everybody else who's on the fiat currency is getting half of what their money's worth or less. Right. Or half of what their money should be worth, were it backed by gold, right? So yeah, that's why they have to start World War III and destroy Russia.
No, I still predict that it's going to be there's going to be a great reset. It's going to be spawned by a cyber attack on the monetary system that's going to take everybody's bank accounts out. There's going to be rioting. There's going to be looting. There's going to be people losing their shit. And then eventually Klaus Schwab and the WF are going to swoop in with, don't worry, we got you covered. Here's the great reset. Here's what we're going to do. And they're going to institute a central bank digital currency that everybody's going to have to sign on board if they want their economy saved and they want order brought back to their countries. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah, probably, but it's also still going to just be exposed as your money's worth nothing. Right?
That's right.
Like,
yeah, they can just print more money. It's true. That's what they always
do. Remember, there was once a place that got off the international fiat currency.
Yep.
Started producing a 1 ounce silver coin, basically $1 in their currency, right? And their economy got so strong so quickly that if you took a dollar, the 1 ounce silver dollar from that nation, went to another nation, trade it for their currency, you could use their currency to buy 2 ounces of silver in that country, then bring it home, give it to the government, and they'd give you 2 1 ounce silver dollars. Right? So 1 ounce of silver was worth 2 ounces of silver.
Yep.
Which, obviously is impossible. So what it was that their money was worth half.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I mean, let's face it. Russia, China, they're not good guys. They're not good actors, so to speak. They're like every other nation. They're self-interested. But I do think that your money should be backed by something physical. In Canada, I think it should be maple syrup because we got rid of all our gold. We've got a thriving maple syrup industry. It would promote ecological management better than gold or oil, because you need to make sure your trees are in good health, and you need to be planting more maple trees in order to tap more maple trees in order to make more syrup and thereby keep your economy strong. So I think that's the best bet for us. Is the nations that whine about slavery don't care about China or Africa or the Middle East. No, it's true. Yeah. Yeah, you give a shit about slavery, but you're wearing Nikes and you have an iPhone. Go fuck yourself. If they can print money, why do we pay tax? That's another good point. Why am I paying taxes if you can just
I
keep
can
printing more
actually
money?
answer this question. It's because they print money that we have to pay the tax.
Right.
Because you see, the Rothschilds invent money out of nothing, give it to the government at interest, and now the government immediately owes more money than actually exists. So they tax us to service the debt.
Right. Syrup and beaver anal glands. Yeah, let's do it. Craig Braga has cool shades. I have seen them for myself. Irving also has cool shades. I have seen them also. This was the post.
We do. Thanks for noticing. I bought a whole ass car to match my sunglasses.
My shades. Sorry. Keep eating in your ears, folks. My shades were like $18 at Shoppers Drug Mart. They're just basic aviator glasses. And it's just because I like the style of aviators. They're not practical at all, but I like them.
No, they're real good.
So any plans for this week, Mr. Twin?
Yeah, I mean, I think I should be able to get back to the gym on this thumb, but I haven't opened Discord in like a year now, so
yeah, I've got a Discord. Hold on, let me find it.
I should. Pox is probably still, he's all over Discord. How many times does he send us fucking screenshots of Discord chats?
It's true. Oh, I thought I had it. I thought I had Discord on this computer. It says download it. I'm pretty sure I have it. There it is.
Yeah, if I try to open Discord, it's going to say installing update 1 of 37 or something.
Yeah, I've got 9, 12, 14 updates. It's downloading. One sec here. We should make an Ammunation Discord channel.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see here.
This was the joke, too. What did you do to the thumb? He heard it wanking off. Yeah, because I need both hands. No, yeah, like the lore at work of how I hurt my thumb is getting more and more elaborate all week. People telling mostly weird, degenerate sex stories of how I managed to hurt my thumb.
Yeah.
Either, some kind of fancy masturbation, got it stuck in the wrong girl's butthole. Yeah, just it's all anti-Semitic memes now. I guess I'm going to have to reopen my Discord.
All right, I sent invites to a bunch of people. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to share it in the chat. Oops. If you want to join my Discord, here's the link. Oh. All right. Any oddities you want to share with us, Mr. Twin?
Oh, wait, I did have something. Where the hell did it go? And I suppose we could, because, yeah, there's some weird stuff. I don't know. Did we talk about the advent of cash at all?
The advent of cash? No.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm going to send you this. And maybe you can share it.
Jack Gunsey just messaged me on Discord, asked me if I want to be on Quippers United tomorrow night. I think I will.
I saw this. I was just like, well, that's odd.
I may want to kick Tara Sin. She's a toxic leftover. I don't know who Tara Sin is.
Yeah, I'll tell you after.
All right. Discord interface, I don't really like. I'm not going to lie.
It's its own thing, you know.
Invalid? Wrong Lin? I don't know what that means.
Wrong link, I think. Or the link is dead somehow.
I just created it. Weird. One sec here. How do I invite friends?
It's okay. I'm going to present. Actually, hold on. I've got to do this.
If you are available tomorrow, do you work tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Jack Gunsky's going to do Clippers United tomorrow. He's going to see if you're able to join.
Probably not. But thanks for the invite.
How do I add friends? Add friend.
Yeah, like I'm so out of the loop with Discord. I wouldn't even know like the settings and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe you've set it up in such a way that you can't.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I it's been a while. You know what I mean? He's going to get 6 on, he said, and he's going to.
But here you go. Here's a. You want to share this for me? So apparently, potatoes are better than human blood for making space concrete bricks, scientists say.
Why were we even thinking of using human blood for space concrete bricks?
I don't know. I didn't read the article. I just saw this. I was like, "Yep, no, that's. I guess that's oddities."
Toxic as hell. All the girls I attract. Yeah, it's weird. LOL, squid, my favorite kind. Not to the good kind of toxic, I'm afraid. Oh shoot, the scary kind. C-Mac, they're cute until the knives come out. I'm used to knives. Yeah, kind of. It's bleeding. That's not good. What did that experiment? Who did that experiment? Yeah, exactly. Is there more to the article?
I didn't read it.
Oh, okay.
Like, no, this is this is all I need. I'm glad I know.
Better than human blood for making space concrete bricks. Okay, good to know.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So, oddities, Rothschilds, banking, bricks, the advent of cash.
Right.
Right. So we know the advent of cash, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can we fix this aspect ratio? This is bugging me.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, there we go. You know, you take your gold or silver to a bank,
right?
Basically a giant storehold where men with swords and stuff would protect your gold, and they'd give you promissory notes, right? Denoting how much gold you have stored, how much silver, whatever. So when it came time to make transactions, rather than running out to the store, to the storage hold with your promissory notes, trade it for the gold, take the gold back and make a purchase, people just started trading the promissory notes. Right. This is how cash happened by accident. What Baron Meyer de Rothschild figured out as a money lender was as long as he could show you he had a whole bunch of gold, it didn't actually matter that he didn't have enough gold to lend you, right? You're not going to
Yeah.
go in and count. I need 2 million golds. Oh, look at all the gold I have. There's only 1 million gold in there, but you're not counting it. So you go, okay, good. He would lend promissory notes for an amount of gold he didn't have.
Right.
And then he would tell the borrower, but I don't want the promissory notes. Bring me the gold. Right?
Right.
He's lending money that doesn't exist.
Right.
And then getting it back with interest in real value.
Mm-hmm.
All money in the Western world is like this today.
Yeah.
It's not fucking there.
Right.
So
it's
this
just
gold,
created on a computer. Yeah.
And
it's
this
backed
gold,
by debt. It's backed by debt.
It's not backed by debt. It is debt. The money that you look at when you look at your bank account is not money you have. That's the amount of debt you owe plus interest to the Rothschilds.
Right. Fair enough. Yeah, and really the only thing you could do is to go and trade that for physical assets and then keep the physical assets and trade with those later if someone's willing to take them.
Yeah.
So,
which is what the gold backed brick system is, which is why it's going to expose all of this. And yeah, why they have to go to war.
Yep. So, do you have a basement in your house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe start putting some canned goods down there. Get yourself a gun and some ammunition. So let's see here. We got a few more comments. Where can I download the raw data? All right. So Discord being a shit swell join later. Okay. So Jews invented money with lying. See that more or less an inevitable consequence of the human condition. It's not backed by anything but bullshit. That's true. Well, the value of the Canadian dollar is only a value of Canadian dollar because we agree there's value in it.
Yeah. Not because it's backed by anything, which is...
But if there were no Jews, would there still be money?
So the Rothschilds invented fiat currency by lying.
Yes.
And if there were no Rothschilds, there would still be money, but it would be backed with a precious metal.
Yeah.
Like literally, the British pound is called the pound sterling because it was a promissory note for 1 pound of sterling silver. That was the base currency. Now it's backed by nothing, but they still call it the pound sterling for some fucking reason.
Right.
Because calling it the dust in the wind really wouldn't inspire confidence.
No. No, I just don't understand why. I mean, I understand why, because of greed and individual motivation for power and that sort of thing. But I just don't understand why people in power don't realize or don't come out and say, look, we've got to stop this, this system that we're operating under because it's not sustainable. This whole green revolution.
Wait, I can answer that question too.
No, but the idea that we need to behave in a more sustainable way for the planet. Well, the least sustainable way that we've been behaving for the last several hundred years, is through the fractional reserve banking and the fiat currency system that we've been operating under.
Right, but as soon as a leader says that leader gets murdered.
Yeah, he gets impaled by his people in the streets. Like
no. Well, see, Gaddafi didn't get impaled by his people. I mean, he was invaded.
Yeah, but I mean, when they finally like destroyed him, literally killed him in the streets, it was people agitated by CIA, but it was his people doing it.
Sure. I'm sure they're agents, right? Like, assets, but like JFK didn't get assassinated because he sent people to the moon. He got assassinated because, like, just a couple of months before, he said there's a plot in this country to enslave every American, right? And I'm going to get us back on a currency that isn't internationally financed and built on nothing. And then he was shot.
And not only that, he called out the military-industrial complex, which at that point basically ran the government. They were the deep state, the shadow government. They were the ones who actually run things.
But it was the currency that got them killed.
Yeah. Volcano pukes out more CO2 than humans ever could, so why are we supposed to eat bugs? Never mind the fact that the amount of CO2 in our atmosphere as a percentage of all gases is what, 0.05%?
0.04?
0.04% of all gas in our atmosphere is CO2.
Yeah, what is it? It's like 400 parts per million.
Yeah.
Which is the lowest it's been in like 600 million years.
Yeah. No,
right.
It's all bullshit. It's all
yeah, like I mean, like the idea that we have not only the knowledge but the power to control the climate of the entire planet is fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't know who got this idea in their heads that we like, you know, that we can like that's the capacity to terraform an entire planet. That's what that is. That's what that means. We know how to do that. Like when we get to Mars, we won't have to build habitats because we can terraform Mars. We'll be able to control its climate by not burning oil or whatever. Like
yeah, it's stupid. I'm starting to think Zuckerberg really is an alien and we were trying to terraform Earth for him. Yeah, could be.
There was a movie
humans
about
are creating a doomsday. It is too late to change it.
Wait, but there was a movie about that. Was it called The Arrival with the guy who was winning even though he had AIDS?
Charlie Sheen.
Yes, Charlie Sheen.
Yeah. And
Anne, actually
Anne Hesh was his wife or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Good movie.
Yeah. Only morons think we can just magically wave a wand and go back to Pangea.
Right. And this is the other thing is like climate change. The Earth began as a ball of molten rock, and then suddenly liquid water formed somehow. So where the rock cooled, it started blowing up with volcanoes and was basically one enormous 300-mile-per-hour hurricane for several million years, probably. Like, it has never stopped changing.
Yeah.
It's like, of course the climate is changing. That's just...
No, what they're talking about is weather, right? They're like, well, there's going to be more violent storms. There's violent storms every fucking year. Like there's a tornado season. There's a hurricane season. These things happen every fucking year. And it's not going to all of a sudden stop by anything that we do. It's not going to all of a sudden get worse by anything we do. And when they talk about, well, hurricanes are becoming more extreme and more powerful, I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not. Well, there's been more property damage because there's more property being built in hurricane-prone zones.
Yeah.
And the property value of those places is going up. So the property damage is going to go up. So, yeah, no, it's all a bunch of horse shit. It's all a grift. And the people who buy it, it really is an exercise in moralizing. They want to say, I'm better than you because I care about the environment. Well, if you cared about the environment, you would be taking a bike everywhere you go. You would be growing your own food, and you'd be hunting as opposed to buying meat at the grocery store or buying crops at the grocery store. You'd be providing for yourself. If you really gave a shit about the environment, you become self-reliant and you wouldn't rely on modern infrastructure and industrialization to live.
That really is a lot to ask of any modern person in the Western world. Like, doing some of it, absolutely. Have your backyard garden in the summer in Canada, right? But really, the littlest thing should be maybe holding the Liberal government to account for letting their friends dump all that fucking sewage into the fucking in the St. Lawrence River.
Yeah,
that raw waste, just dumping it, and then saying, "Oh, climate change." Go fuck. Like what?
Yeah,
right. What? Just start there.
No. Okay.
Take it easy.
This is. I've grown enough weed to know that more CO2 in the air is going to make some bomb ass weed in the future.
So hold on. It's not even in the future. Now we are in a massive greening period. There are more trees on the planet today than there was before the start of the Industrial Revolution. Okay. A lot of that has to do with a slight increase in CO2. Most of it has to do with logging companies being told you don't get to log wherever you want. This
Right.
area, you have to take care of it and replant your trees.
Right.
So they do.
Well, it behooves them to do so. It's not a matter of let's just get all the wood we can in one season and make a lot of money this year. They're like, no, we need to keep our company solvent, and in order to do that, we need to manage this forest properly. It's not a matter of they did it grudgingly. They're like, no, it's like any other industry. Like, we want to be cost effective. We want to manage our operation in a way that's going to continue to make us money year over year over year.
And if you stop thinking about them like loggers and start thinking about them as tree farmers, which is what they're doing, except their harvesting season comes around every 20 years.
Right.
Right. So they have to take care of an entire forest for 20 fucking years before they can harvest it.
And the thing is, like, with the kind of technology we have now, there's lots of alternatives for lumber. Like wood framed homes and wood furniture is great. But we can make lots of furniture out of lots of shit. Like with all the plastics we've been producing, you can turn waste plastic into planks of material for use in construction. Now, not necessarily build a house out of it, but you could build yourself a Muskoka chair, and they have them. They have Muskoka chairs made out of the lids from plastic bottles. They're made of HDPE or HDPE. They just basically take a bunch of waste product. They grind it all up, they heat form it, extrude it into planks, and then they can use it to make Muskoka chairs and all sorts of shit. So, there is we're not in a doomed state. If anything, technology has made us much better at managing waste material, much better at getting materials to places they need to be. So yeah, this notion that we're all doomed is horseshit. It's a grift. It's a scam. We heat the ionosphere is probably going to do something. Yeah, sure. Must sleep, y'all. Take care. Have a good one. 6. Hopefully you can join Quippers United tomorrow night on Jack Gunsky's. He's invited me. I said, yeah, let's do it. So hopefully, yeah. Take care. 6. A lot of triumphs of the ecology movement are them taking credit for logical, sustained business models. Right. Yeah. Like, I remember when everyone was complaining about CFCs in the atmosphere, like CFCs are depleting the ozone layer, and they're like, we need to get CFCs out of aerosols and blah, blah, blah. And then all the companies that made aerosol products were like, yeah, okay, that's simple enough. We'll get rid of them. And it's always like, no, we need to have something to protest. So they got CFCs are no longer a thing in aerosols. Yeah. It's hard to find good lumberjack these days, and none of them are hot. It's because all those flapjacks eat. Example, without ecology, the capitalists will cut down every tree and there will be no trees ever. Sure. Yeah, that doesn't happen. I might have to settle for kidnapping a carpenter instead. High density polyethylene. Yes, that's right. Thanks, 6. HDPE. Yeah. There's a YouTube channel I watch called Brothers Make. A couple of British guys. And basically what they do is they take George Foreman grills or panini presses, right? Mm-hmm. And they grab old lids from like bottles, pop bottles and water bottles and whatnot, and they put them on the panini press. They melt them down and turn them into a sheet of plastic. And then they take that sheet of plastic and they do all sorts of other shit with it to make things like wallets and make, fucking coat hangers and crazy stuff like that. I'm like that's stuff that can be done with like little to no money. Anyway. Now you can protest the benzene in spray cans. I didn't know there was benzene in spray cans. But yeah, I mean, benzene is like a solvent, right? They use it in industrial cleaning and stuff like that, right? Yeah, but the plastic looks ugly. Sure, yeah, okay, maybe it does. So you section out your colors so that you're making pure red planks or pure white planks or pure green planks if you want. They put benzene in spray can. That's fucked. Benzene is straight poison. Yep. I'm gonna move on to Pox Toxic's toxic takes because there's something in Pox Toxic's messages here that I wanted to share. And it's really funny. So one moment here. There we go.
Take it easy, Squid.
Sound of Freedom is QAnon paranoia, says The Guardian. And there's Mickey Mouse driving the car too. What did he say? I don't know, something about grooming kids. That's something else too. If smoking is so bad, why does it cure salmon? That's pretty funny. Alpha Tubbs, this is on Discord, I believe, right? No, I'm trying to use Pokemon to rape women. There's a difference.
He's using Pokemon as a force multiplier.
Mom spaghetti profit times 100, 140. I don't know what that's from, but
yeah, I have no idea.
Sound of Freedom. This was a movie that I wanted to go see last Friday.
Yeah,
and I ended up not going because last week was just way too busy. Have you heard about this movie?
Yes, yeah, I actually heard about it years and years ago, and then
it's been shelved forever, and now it's finally out, and apparently it's just kicking ass and all sorts of like records.
Yeah, and
it beat out Indiana Jones on Monday, Monday night ticket sales.
I don't know who was going to be into Indiana Jones after the last one.
Oh my god!
They nuked the fridge. Like that's
that's right.
They invented the term for film.
Anyway, I want to go see it, and it's playing at a university on Carlton, not a university, at a theater on Carlton near you. Well, that's in Toronto. It's nearer to you than near me. I was thinking maybe you and I could go one night. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, we should. I mean, I hate driving into the city, but we can.
Well, I was going to take the train. I was going to take the train to Union and then because it's right on the Yonge subway line. Yeah. I get off the Yonge subway at can't remember what street it is, but
I wouldn't recommend
like a 5-minute walk.
I wouldn't recommend it because you don't want to get stabbed.
I'm not concerned. I think I can ride a short 15-minute subway ride without getting stabbed. You don't think so? It's that dangerous. It's that dangerous, huh?
It's not like it used to be.
I'll take a fish bat with me.
People are it like it's not as bad as say like New York or Chicago, but the complacency is getting there where people aren't even shocked and appalled anymore. They're just like, oh, someone got stabbed.
Yeah, QAnon was an ARG bunch of idiots. Yeah, it's true, but it was fun to read. It was really fun to read. Can't break a simple cipher and then make fools out of themselves. LOL. So tiring. Yo, it's Jack Gunsky of Clippers United. Hello, Jack. How are you? So, yeah, I'm down tomorrow night, Jack, to join Clippers United. I don't know what time you're doing it. Just let me know, and I'll make arrangements to be there. I don't think Irving's going to be able to join though because he has to work.
I will be working. Yeah, it's. It is what it is.
It be what it be.
And oh yeah, but did you hear about all the strange occurrences?
Oh yeah, about AC not working. The lights are up in the theaters. Yeah, kind of curious. And then people were being evacuated for no reason.
I heard that one too. Yeah,
like in the last 30 minutes of the movie, they're like, "Sorry, we have to evacuate the theater," but they were just evacuating that theater.
Yeah, not the mall that's attached to the theater.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, they don't want people to watch it. So it's tomorrow night, 7 p.m. on Jack Gunsky's channel. I'll be joining the You Don't Know Jack Clippers United live stream. That should be fun.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah, yep. But the cool thing is that I think that's going to be hitting more theaters, and there's going to be streaming services that want to pick it up. Like, I mean, Disney really has the rights to it, but will they show it on their streaming service? I don't know.
Speaking of streaming services,
yeah,
fucking Buckaroo Banzai is on
Prime.
He says
on Prime. Yeah, I saw it on Prime a few weeks back. I watched it like probably 1 month ago. Did you watch it?
No, I just noticed it today. I haven't actually opened Prime in a long time, and I was like, "Oh, what the fuck, Buckaroo Banzai? I'm gonna have to watch this movie." Yes, it is about the child trafficking movie, Jack.
Yeah, Jack. It's about Sound of Freedom, the Tim Ballard biopic, I guess.
And Tim Ballard was actually
no
on.
one had shut up a theater. Yeah, watch it happen. I'm sure it will. Watch it be some trans person who smells like shit.
Tim Ballard was on Tim Pool.
Yep. Ooh, Buckaroo Banzai. Yeah, my favorite movie, Jack. Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension is my all-time favorite movie. And it's very quirky and weird. If you have not seen it, apparently it's on Amazon Prime now. You can watch it there. And I recommend you taking the hour and a half to watch it. It's star-studded cast. Peter Weller, Clancy Brown, Jeff Goldblum, John Lithgow, Christopher Lloyd. Lots of people in that movie. Lots of people. Anyway. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to give it a watch at some point.
You should. You should.
Yeah.
If only for the theme song. That's my ringtone. The theme song is my ringtone. And the sound of the oscillation overthruster is my text notification.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm that much of a dork. Someone retweeted. Oh, Costin retweeted the live stream, which is nice of Costin. Thank you, Costin. What else we got here? I guess we may move on to no one tells jokes anymore because we're coming up on 2 hours, and that's normally when we call it. So why don't we do that? You got any jokes for us tonight, Mr. Twin?
Shit, you know what? I did have one, and I can't fucking remember now what the fuck the joke was. But I heard one not long ago that was just amazing. Oh.
Do it.
It's not a joke, but okay, remember the last Ammunation, we were talking about how Netflix put on Titanic right after the Ocean Gate thing and whether or not it was a terrible idea. Like, was it in poor taste or whatever? And I started making some crack about like a commercial. I have perfected that commercial now.
Ow!
Woo.
You made me laugh, and now
I didn't even tell it.
Sorry, go again.
I didn't even tell the joke. It's not even a joke. It's just a fucking commercial.
Oh, I've done something to me. Anyway,
I thought you were laughing at a joke you read and you were ready to read it and then you hurt yourself.
I was laughing at that, and then what you were talking about sparked something. But anyway, all right. A man is flying in a hot air balloon and realizes he is lost. He reduces height and spots a man below. He lowers the balloon farther and shouts, "Excuse me, can you tell me where I am?" The man below says, "Yes, you're in a hot air balloon hovering 30 feet above this field." "You must be an engineer," says the balloonist. "I am," replies the man. "How did you know?" "Well," says the balloonist, "everything you have told me is technically correct, but it's of no use to anyone." The man below says, "You must be in management." "I am," replies the balloonist, "but how did you know?" "Well," says the man, "you don't know where you are or where you're going, but you expect me to be able to help. You're in the same position you were before we met, and now it's my fault."
That's pretty good.
That is not bad, yeah. I read a joke the other day that was pretty funny. It's an old joke. So guy is digging in a cave, and he finds this old ornate bottle, and he uncorks it, and out pops a genie. And he says, "Thank you for freeing me from my prison. I am a revenge genie. Or I'm a cursed genie, though. I will grant you 3 wishes, but first I must ask you, who do you hate the most?" He's like, "Well, probably my ex-wife." He says, "Very well. Everything you wish for, I will give double to your ex-wife." He's like, "All right. What is your first wish?" He says, "I want $1 billion." "Very well. You have $1 billion. but your ex-wife, has $2 billion. What is your second wish? He says, I want a mansion with tennis courts, a swimming pool. It's on the lake, and I've got a boat there on the edge, on the lake. It's like, very well, but your wife now has 2 of the same thing. And he says, now what is your third and final wish? He says, you see this shovel? I want you to beat me half to death with it. But
perfect.
Yeah, good stuff. We got a few comments before we close out the night. Quipper said, I've seen it. I like Peter Weller. RoboCop is one of my favorites. Yeah, RoboCop, the original RoboCop's a great movie. The ending of that movie is iconic. Wes Anderson paid homage to it at the end of The Life Aquatic. Are you talking about Buckaroo Banzai, or are you talking about RoboCop? Because I never got through The Life Aquatic. I watched probably about 30 minutes of it, and I couldn't get it. I typically like Wes Anderson movies, but for whatever reason, The Life Aquatic I couldn't get into. Why are there no Jew flat earthers? They know money makes the world go round.
Womp womp.
Buckaroo Banzai. Oh, where they're walking down the drainage ravine. The music's going, and they're sort of like bopping to it. Yeah. Do 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 do. Did I tell you I saw Weezer?
Yeah.
Saw it earlier this week. Last week, sorry, I should say.
Yeah. I was like, no, not at the cottage. You didn't see them at the cottage.
No, I saw them the week before the cottage. Great concert, man. Really good concert. The 2 opening acts were shit, but Weezer was amazing. I would definitely go see Weezer again. I would skip the opening acts, though. We went there for the opening acts, and we're sitting there listening. What are we listening to? This is fucking garbage. And it makes you kind of like lose respect for Weezer. I'm like, why are you putting on shit acts before you? Do you not believe in your own ability? Put on something that is like the stuff that you record, but not as good as the stuff that you record.
Like, are they touring with them? Or are they like, hey, we want some local bands?
I'm not sure. I think they're touring with them because one of them was from Minnesota. One of the bands was from Minnesota. The other one was from California. So they're touring with them. But I mean, why would you pick those guys? They're fucking terrible. Maybe they were having an off night. The first act was called, I want to say it was Jonah's Manor. Melina says it's Joyce's Manor. But anyway, Manor as in Manor, as in like the house.
Yeah.
And the other one was called Future Islands. And they were both fucking awful.
Are you struggling to remember, or are you in a lot of pain?
No, I'm struggling to remember. Okay. They were just both awful. I'm not in pain right now. For some reason, it just pops up. I think I pulled something. I either pulled something or something's going on inside. I hope it's not. I hope it's not something terrible. If I wake up in the middle of the night in agony and I have to be rushed to the hospital, then it's something more important, more serious.
Yeah, no shit.
Hold muscle.
Try some gentle massage and stretching.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. And I went to the gym today and I did some knee raises thinking, okay, well, it might hurt if I do these, but I better try anyway. Nothing. No pain whatsoever. But I'm sitting here and I laugh and it fucking kills me. So I don't know. Yup. I made that one up all by myself. Well, very good, C-Mac. It's a good joke. I want C-Mac on the stream one night.
For sure.
C-Mac, I sent you an invite before. We're going to send you another invite. Hopefully you get your mic working again. You had having issues with your mic before. But I think you need to be part of this stream at some point. So if I send you an invite, I expect a response of, absolutely, I'll be there. Anyway, folks, I think we're going to give it a rest here. I think we're going to call it. It's been 2 hours. We've had a wonderful stream. We watched some AI Dungeons and Dragons sessions, and she says she needs some equipment. Okay, well, go to the dollar store, buy some equipment. And yeah, I had a good time tonight's stream. It was kind of a rushed one. I just threw it together, but I think we had a pretty good stream. What do you think, Irving?
Yeah, no, great time.
Yep. I
Great,
agree.
great audience too. I don't appreciate them, but I'm never going to let this go. I don't appreciate it.
And with that, folks, we are gonna say goodnight. You all have yourselves a great Saturday night. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please do. Hit the like button, turn on notifications, like all that stuff, and be sure to come back next time we do another Ammunation. Next week, if the stars align, and inshallah, Irving Twin will be doing a casual AF live stream over on his channel. And we'll talk to y'all then. Any final words for you, Mr. Twin?
No, I'm just see y'all next time. Have a good night. Thanks for coming, everyone. Hail Sigma.
All right, and I'll finish with a song lyric. My name is Jonas. I'm carrying the wheel. Good night, all.